Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mayor Billy Knight. It's time for our River City Chat. We have one of my favorite people with us today. This is our chief of the fire department, Chief Jason Davis. Thank you, Chief, for coming again today. We just got through hurricane. You told us about hurricane season and how to prepare for that. Our citizens, I understand, was very happy to hear that and get that information. So it's always good to try to give us a heads up and allow us to be more proactive by getting ready for these events. Now, it's winter time. Space heaters a lot of times are there, and people have to use them because they don't have the proper heating in the house. So tell us what we're going to do, because we're talking about smoke detectors. I understand Red Cross is partnered with Chevron and Ingalls. Tell us more about that.
So it's really good to be here, Mayor. Thanks for having me. It's time that we prepare for these cold weather nights that's coming. If we stay ready, we don't have to get ready. Absolutely. And that's one thing that we really believe. But Red Cross has partnered with us, and they're sounding the alarm, meaning that we need to go ahead and prepare and make sure we have working smoke detectors in our homes. Mm-hmm. And here in Moss Point, we want all our citizens to be prepared with working smoke detectors. Throughout the year, we have installed smoke detectors, but we have determined an area and identify the area that needs smoke detectors, and it's over in the southwestern part of Moss Point. We're going to be setting up a headquarters there at Second Baptist Church. That pastor and congregation has willingly said that we can come and use their parking lot so that we can go out and canvass the areas coming up on November the 1st. So we'll be out there in that neighborhood doing that.
Now, that's November the 1st. That's just coming Saturday. We're going to be there with a table set up at Second Baptist. And now, we choose in this area, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to go into other areas later. This is just the first area which we picked out to start canvassing.
Yes.
And then we're canvassing, and that means locating the homes, and then on what day later we're going to be actually installing them, right?
That's right. Come November the 8th, the next Saturday, we'll be actually going into the homes that we have agreed with, saying they needed smoke detectors, and installing smoke detectors into those homes. We'll be hanging door hangers on the homes that we don't make contact with anybody. For instance, if they need them, they can just call and let us know. And Red Cross has made it very clear they're going to have teams that's walking the neighborhood and making sure that everybody have working smoke detectors in that area. And don't feel left out. Just in case you don't live in that area, you can always sign up for smoke detectors, and eventually we'll make sure we get to you.
Now remember, the canvassing, the purpose of the canvassing is to make sure we identify the house by getting someone to sign an agreement, because we want to know before we get there to install it that you have agreed to accept this fire detector. Now, this coming Saturday we'll do that, but then the following Saturday is when they'll come back and actually install the smoke detector.
That's so true, so true. And what a wonderful time to make sure that you have working smoke detectors. Last year, Mayor, we had several fires that was caused by space heaters. And a lot of times those fires happen because of carelessness or, just not placing the space heater in the right place. But it's always good to have working smoke detectors. And when smoke is in the house, they alert you. And I have a smoke detector here that we'll sort of be installing. Yeah. The smoke detectors have sort of evolved and changed over the years. You used to have to change a 9-volt battery out. And you'll find some of those still in your hardwired and battery smoke detectors, meaning that they're interconnected. But the ones that we put up and Red Cross put up are the ones that have a battery in it that lasts 10 years. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to change the battery for 10 years. The life of the smoke detector is really 10 years also. So I'm glad that they have put those together where when that battery go out, it's time to change your smoke detector. Right. That's what we'll be doing, putting the smoke detectors up that will really make a difference in some people's homes.
So, that's how the technology changes from time to time. And so what we're doing here in Moss Point to support our chief is trying to keep us updated with all this latest stuff like these smoke detectors. Now, just in case you don't live in this area that we're canvassing this Saturday, you can also stop by and sign up for smoke detector later. If you miss that opportunity, you always can go by the fire department, and you can also sign up there for a smoke detector.
That's correct.
And we'll always want to make sure that you get a smoke detector if you do not have one, and be prepared to also upgrade your smoke detector. If you need a new one, you think that one is too old or something, not working properly, you need to sign up and let our chief know, and eventually you'll get a new one.
Eventually, that's totally correct. Just because you're on the list don't mean that you're not going to get served. We're going to make sure we get down that list. So we're coming with that. And another thing is too, Mayor, I would like to share really quick. We work with Red Cross. We're partnering with them, but we also partner with our state fire marshal's office, where they receive a grant each year for all the cities and counties in Mississippi. And they just received a $500,000 grant for smoke detectors. So once we get our inventory back up, we can serve our community even better.
Well, I think the people know none of this stuff is free.
It's not free.
None of this stuff is free. So we're happy that our chief has been able to partner with all these other agencies that will help us do this work. And you mentioned one of our local industries as well, right?
Yeah, we have some really, really good support coming from Chevron and coming from Ingalls. They'll be providing lunch for the volunteers that's out doing the installations and the firefighters. So we're very happy about people taking time to partner with Moss Point to make us be the best we can be.
Well, Chief, I want to thank you and all of our partners that work with us throughout the year in helping us in so many ways, because, we can't get this stuff done by ourselves.
That's true.
We're all in this together. And so we got these partners. And of course, with the leadership of our chief here, we want to make sure that every one of our houses have a latest smoke detector in their homes so that they can protect themselves. So just remember now, this coming Saturday, from 9 to 1?
Yes.
From 9 to 1 at Second Street Baptist Church. We have a table set up there. We'll start canvassing in that area. You can come by and sign up. But we also will be canvassing with Red Cross to make sure you really want to receive one of these new smoke detectors. Now, if you missed that opportunity, you can always come to the fire department and to sign up there for a smoke detector as well. So we want to make sure everybody's aware of that. So thank you, Moss Point. We're trying to keep you informed. We want to also keep you safe. Thanks to our chief and all our sources that are working closely with us, our partners that work with us to make this happen. Have a good day.